take one for Indiegogo promotional video. My name is Connor Landhauser. I'm attending the School of Visual Arts in New York City, and my major is cinematography.
How does the cinematography relate to your future goals in your life?
Can you rephrase the question? When I'm older, I've always told my friends I want to be a cameraman, and that kind of evolved from just being behind a camera to being a director of photography and setting up lights, and now going from a TV studio job to a film set, either in Los Angeles or staying in New York City, wherever the film industry takes me. A film that inspired me for this one that I want to raise money for was The Sandlot. One of the scenes from the film inspired me for a scene in my film. So the film that I'm trying to raise money for, it's about a child baseball player who is nervous for the big game the next day. And I just think it's a really simple idea, but it's, you can have fun with it. You can kind of take it any way you want. I'm trying to raise money for this film because a lot of times, especially film students being in school, everything is so expensive. It's like one of the most expensive hobbies, basically, when it comes down to it. So my biggest expense that I need funding for is transporting my crew, which is back on Long Island. That's the biggest expense right there. The next one would be production design or art, making the scene look really pretty in the background and any set decoration. So yeah, when you're a film student in college, a lot of times what students will do is they'll ask each other to work on each other's films, but being students, they don't have money to pay them. So to compensate for that, people will pay for transportation and free food. I need to take care of the actors too, which means most likely hot chocolate, since it's going to be January, it's going to be pretty cold, and having catering or snacks on set, so everyone's happy. The way it works is if someone, decides, oh, I want to get a coffee today. But just think, if you don't get the coffee, you're going to be helping me out with the film. That's going to go a huge way. More than I can even imagine and more than I could appreciate in my entire life. When people donate, they'll get credited in the film as either an executive producer or even an associate producer. So all good stuff, nothing bad about it. And if I raise enough money, I'll even do some kind of giveaway at the end or even a reward. If there was a blizzard in January during filming, I think we'll just have to film through it. So having the film during winter, I think would be a nice change to the typical baseball game genre. It's not something you would expect, and it'd be kind of nice to have that Christmas spirit theme in the film. Well, I'm trying to raise $500, which really, in hindsight, is nothing. That's basically filming for nothing, where, a micro film budget would be a few thousand, so I'm really just doing a college student shoot. $500 is the minimum for Indiegogo because I think it's realistic, and I don't want to aim higher than that because I want to show people that I can make a film on that budget. If you look at my film, The Meeting, that film, even though it was in class, so I didn't need to pay for transportation, was only $60. And that was on maybe 4 or 5 props, so which is nothing. And I think the film came out great for a first film in college. So if you were to look at my film, The Meeting, on that scale of the budget, and then going to the one I want to film here, I think there's a really big increase of creativity and production. Well, if you were to ask any filmmaker, they'll tell you that almost 90% of the time, your film will not go exactly how you pictured in your head. It's always a little different, and something always comes up and just up your production. But the crew that I'm gonna have and the friends I'm gonna be working with, they're all great. So anything we come across is just gonna be water under the bridge. So I just wanted to thank everyone for watching this video. Honestly, this is a pretty big project for me, and I think it'd be a lot of fun, especially being in my second year of college. I want to show what I can do in the future, and this is a very small step in my filmmaking process and my career. Like I said before, if you can't donate or don't have the means to, that's totally fine. You don't have to. Just sharing the video or even liking it helps me. It gives me that extra support. I really appreciate all of that. And so as the film goes, I'll be updating everyone that donates, and I will finish the promotion page. I hope that everyone enjoys it. Thank you again, everyone, for watching this. I really appreciate it. Thanks again. Man, I could not have made that more cheesy.